Hello, everybody. Welcome to the last update session of today. This is the session for ApproveIT 365. My name is Richard Lansing. I'm the product owner and developer for ApproveIT 365. And today we will be discussing the new update for the Q2 release. I'll thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, you can put them in the questions tab. At the end of this session, we will answer any questions that are available. Before we delve deeper into the new developments, we would like to clearly state once again that it is extremely important to test software with new versions. Uh, and of course, this is also very important, especially when integrated software or customizations are added to the solution, just to be sure that there are no critical issues for customers that could have been seen during testing in a test environment or sandbox. For this session, we will be discussing a few of the highlights for this release, and there are only a couple, so this will probably be a short session. First of all, while there were no issues regarding BC24, ApproveIT 365 is now officially BC24 ready, and also as an on-prem version for BC24. And regarding the additional options that were added, those are regarding the storage of the signed documents after the signing process is completed. First of all, we now have configuration options available to store the signed documents to external storage. In this version, we use Azure Storage as an option for external storage, and that can be used instead of the regular attachments table in Business Central. And this, of course, allows for the storage of documents or signed documents outside of Business Central, while we will still be able, or the customer will still be able to retrieve the signed document in the same way that they are used to. And next up in that same process, previously we only stored the signed document on the source document, so for instance on a sales quote. And now we've also added an option to also link the attachment to the customer or vendor or the signer party. And this can be configured in the report email setup. So if we take a look at these options in a little bit more detail. First of all, we have the storage setup, which is now available, where we see that we have some options for Azure. Of course, we can enable the external storage options. If those are disabled, we will still use the internal document attachments table to store the documents. However, if we enable this and configure the Azure storage, then we can skip that step. We will still create a record in the document attachments table, but without the actual document content that will be stored on Azure storage and linked to in that record. And this is all, of course, to keep the available space in Business Central instead of filling it in with all the documents, which can be quite a lot if you have a lot of quotes or documents that you want to sign with ApproveIT. And as you can see, we in the attached documents, the record will still be available, but we also see that it belongs to ApproveIT, and that way we know whether or not we need to download the file locally from the database, or download it from Azure Storage when we want to retrieve it. The process for storing when the signed document is stored is still the same. So when the complete approvals flow is completed, and that means that all signers have signed the document in DocuSign, and then if the status is updated in Business Central, then we will retrieve the signed document from DocuSign, and then we will store it either locally or in Azure Storage. And then the next part is that we can now also link the signed documents to the signer party, or in most cases the customer or the vendor, so that we also have the document available on the customer or vendor card in the attachments. This can be configured in the report email setup, so it can be specified for each combination of report ID and language ID, because it is not always necessary to store everything on the customer or vendor. This can be used for specific documents. So as you can see, we in the report email setup, we added an option save document on signer party, and if that's enabled, then the document will also be linked to the customer or vendor. It will still also be linked on the source document, but once the source document is posted or completed in any other way, it will also be available on the customer and vendor and will remain visible there. And that will, of course, also use the same options that we saw before regarding the external storage. And that were the highlights for this update session for ApproveIT. Of course, the full list of changes is visible in our ApproveIT 365 online manual. In this case, there aren't really that many other issues that were solved in this release. This was mainly focused on adding the option for external storage. And let me take a look if there are any questions. So far, I don't see any questions. If you have any questions later on, you can, of course, send them to sales@idyn.nl, or if they are support questions, you can create a ticket in Jira. For now, I think we can end the session. Thank you, everyone, for your attention and for joining the session. We'll be in touch soon, and I hope to see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.